Joining me now, Congresswoman Maxine Waters of California, the Chief Deputy Minority Whip. She's also the second highest ranking Democrat on the House Financial Services Committee, where the term fiscal cliff was coined in a hearing last winter. Congresswoman, it's great to have you here. And as we saw yesterday, White House Press Secretary Jay Carney said that President Obama plans to open negotiations by calling for $1.6 trillion in additional tax revenue over the next decade. That's likely far more than Republicans are open to, willing to accept, and double the amount that Speaker Boehner offered the president during the debt negotiations last year. Also, during these closed-door meetings yesterday with labor leaders, the president reportedly vowed that he would, quote, not budge when it comes to letting the Bush tax cuts expire for the country's highest earners. Do you think, though, with all of that being said, that there will be a compromise to be made? I mean, the president's taking a very hard line here.
Well, yes, the president certainly is taking a very hard line, and that's because in this campaign, one of the things that we all discovered was the American people want everybody to pay their fair share of taxes. That message came through loud and clear, and so he has a mandate to take that kind of position. I do know, however, that he's anxious to work with the opposite side of the aisle so that we could come to some kind of conclusion that will keep us from falling off the fiscal cliff. So I expect him to be tough, but I also expect him to lead in an extraordinary way and make sure that we don't fall off this fiscal cliff and that we keep this government going and we make the kind of decisions that are going to serve all of the people.
Congresswoman,
well.
as we see with Nancy Pelosi wanting to stay put, Mitch McConnell staying put, Harry Reid staying put, John Boehner staying put, the president back in, you know, what people would expect, maybe some musical chairs, none of that is going to happen. It's the same people in the same positions. And yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell took to the floor saying that Republicans aren't going to compromise on their principles. We have that interview with Paul Ryan, with ABC's Jonathan Karl, saying that it's not a mandate, that they have a divided government. That's what the American people want. So they'll continue this back and forth of headbutting, and the taxes should not be raised on wealthiest Americans. Are we headed just for the same old once again?
I don't think so. First of all, we're very pleased about Nancy Pelosi remaining as leader. She's done an extraordinary job in helping to increase our numbers here on the Democratic side, in raising the money that was necessary for us to strengthen our hand here in the House. And so she has done such a good job that we urged her to please stay on. And that experience really does count. And let me just say this. There is some posturing going on, and I do think that this posturing is going to perhaps come to an end at some point, and that these leaders, all of our leaders, know that the American people do not expect us to fall off this cliff. They expect us to come together and both sides take a little bit of a hit, do some compromising, and move in the best interest of this country. And I am very, very optimistic about our ability to do that, no matter what is being said.
A good compromise is where both sides leave the table not getting everything that they want. So we're going to see how this moves forward. Congresswoman Maxine Waters, thanks for your time this morning.
You're so welcome. Thank you.